The galaxy believed it was safe. For more than 10,000 cycles, every known species followed the same rules. These rules were not written in anger or fear. They were written in experience. The Galactic Law existed to stop chaos, to stop wars, and to stop young species from destroying themselves before they were ready. The most important rule of all was simple: no species may leave its home star system without permission from the Galactic Union. Every species accepted this law. Every species obeyed it. Every species, except one. The emergency signal high above the center of the galaxy. The Galactic Union Council gathered in silence. The chamber was massive, shaped like a sphere, floating in open space. Thousands of representatives sat in glowing seats made for bodies of all shapes and sizes. Some had wings. Some had scales. Some were made of light. Others of metal. At the center of the chamber, a giant holographic map of the galaxy slowly rotated. Suddenly, the map flickered. A sharp alarm echoed through the chamber. Red symbols appeared. An ancient species known as the Valari observers spoke first. Their voice was calm, but tight with concern. "We have detected unauthorized faster-than-light travel." Murmurs filled the room. Unauthorized travel was rare. Very rare. Another voice spoke, cold and official. It belonged to High Executor Korath, the enforcer of Galactic Law. "Identify the species." The hologram zoomed in. A small yellow star appeared. Around it, several planets rotated peacefully. One planet was highlighted in blue and green, the Valari. Observer paused. "The species calls their world Earth." Silence returned. No one recognized the name. Law broken. Before first contact, the Council began scanning records. No registration. No request for permission. No record of uplift. No warning signs. Korath's eyes narrowed. "Is this a mistake?" The Valari observers shook their head. "No. The signals are clear. The species has developed faster-than-light travel on its own." Gasps echoed. That was not just illegal. That was impossible. Only approved civilizations were allowed access to such technology. It was tightly controlled to prevent disasters. Korath stood. "This species has broken galactic law without ever knowing it." Another council member spoke. Their voice filled with disbelief. They should not even understand hyperspace theory. The observer replied quietly, "They do. And they use it. Often." The hologram changed again. Lines appeared, showing human ships traveling between nearby stars. Frequent, unrestricted, unlicensed. Korath's voice turned hard. "This is not first contact." He paused. "This is a crime. Who are the humans?" The Council ordered a deep scan of Earth. The data streamed in. The humans were physically weak compared to many species. They had no natural armor. No claws, no venom, no telepathy. At first, the Council relaxed. Then the cultural data arrived. Wars. Thousands of them. Internal conflicts. Civil wars. Global wars. Weapons designed not just to defeat enemies, but to erase them. One council member whispered, "Why are they still alive?" The Valari observer answered, "Because they adapt." The scans showed humans surviving ice ages, plagues, asteroid impacts, and near self-destruction. Again and again. They made mistakes. They learned. They survived. Korath did not look impressed. Survival does not excuse lawbreaking. The decision according to Galactic Law. There were clear steps for dealing with violations. Step 1. Warning. Step 2. Sanctions. Step 3. Force. But this case was different. This species had crossed star systems without ever knowing the law existed. Some council members argued for mercy. "They are young," one said. "They are ignorant," said another. Korath raised a clawed hand. "Ignorance does not protect the galaxy." He pointed at the hologram. "They already have the power to spread chaos." The chamber grew quiet. Finally, The ruling was made. A limited enforcement fleet would be sent, not to destroy Earth. Not yet. Only to disable their faster-than-light technology. A punishment, a lesson. The Council believed the humans would understand. They were wrong. Fleet approaches Earth. The human world was peaceful that day. Clouds moved slowly over blue oceans. Cities glowed softly at night. Billions of humans lived their lives without knowing they were being judged by an entire galaxy. In deep space, human sensors detected something impossible. Massive objects appeared from nowhere. Unknown ships. Alien ships. Human military commands across Earth went into panic mode. No signal was received. No message. No explanation. Only silent vessels entering Earth's orbit. Human leaders tried to communicate. Radio signals, laser pulses, mathematical codes. No reply came. The alien fleet moved into formation. To the Galactic Union. This was a controlled enforcement action. To humanity, it looked like an invasion. Human fear turns into human resolve on Earth. Old instincts awakened. Human history had taught them one lesson above all others. When the unknown arrives in force, prepare to fight. Nations stopped arguing. Military commands unified. Civilian ships were pulled back. Defense systems activated. Human generals studied the alien ships. They are not firing, one said. But they are not talking either, another replied. A human commander made the decision. We will not strike first. But weapons were charged, missiles locked, fleets launched from hidden bases. Humanity held its breath. The first shot in orbit. High Executor Korath watched the human world. They have armed themselves. An officer reported. Expected, Korath replied. Fear is natural. He ordered a demonstration. One alien ship moved forward and fired a precision energy beam. Target was not a city, not a military base. It was a human satellite. The satellite vanished in a flash of light. To the Galactic Union. This was a warning. To humanity, it was an attack. The moment everything changed. Human command did not wait. They did not debate. They did not ask again for peace. They responded. Dozens of human missiles launched at once. Alien sensors detected them too late. The missiles did not follow standard patterns. They did not fly straight. They changed direction. They split. They adapted. Alien ships exploded one by one. Korath stared at the tactical display. This is not possible, he said. Human weapons were not supposed to breach Union shields, but they did. With terrifying efficiency. Confusion in the Galactic Fleet. Alien officers shouted reports. Our shields are failing. They are targeting weak points. They are learning our systems in real time. Korath clenched his fists. How can they understand our technology so quickly? The answer was simple. Humans had been doing this to each other for centuries. A dangerous realization as more alien ships fell. Korath felt something new. The humans were not panicking. They were coordinating. They were protecting civilian zones. They were sacrificing ships to block alien fire. This was not chaos. This was controlled violence. Efficient violence. The Valeri observer spoke quietly. These humans, they do not fight like us. Korath watched another ship explode. No, he admitted. They fight to survive. The Council watches in horror back at the Galactic Union. The live feed stunned the chamber. The enforcement fleet was losing. This had never happened before. A junior council member whispered. We only meant to scare them. Another replied. We taught them how to kill us. The Valari observer sent an urgent message. High Executor, disengage. This species is not responding to enforcement protocols. But the message came too late. The line is crossed in orbit. A damaged alien ship crashed into Earth's atmosphere. Humans watched it burn. Truth became clear to them. These beings were not gods. They could bleed. They could die. Human resolve hardened. The invasion narrative became real. The war had begun. End of Part 1. Cliffhanger. As Earth's fleets prepared a second wave of attacks, High Executor Korath made a decision he had never made before. He ordered a retreat signal. But deep inside, he already knew the truth. This was no longer about law. This was about survival. And the galaxy had just made a terrible mistake. Because humanity did not follow galactic law, they rewrote it. The Galactic Union had never lost a fleet. Not once. For thousands of cycles, enforcement actions ended the same way. A show of power. A short lesson. The offending species apologized and obeyed. But now, the impossible was happening. Human weapons were tearing through Union ships, and the humans did not even know why the fight had started. Retreat. That feels like defeat. High Executor Korath stood in the command chamber of his flagship. The room was filled with warning lights and damaged systems. Retreat signal sent. An officer reported. Several alien ships turned away from Earth. Their hulls burning. Engines damaged. But the humans did not stop. They followed. Human ships jumped forward aggressively, closing distance instead of pulling back. Korath felt a cold realization. They think we are invading, he said. The Valari observer replied softly. Because from their view, we are. Human command. No mercy for invaders on Earth. Human leaders watched the battle with grim faces. A crashed alien ship lay in pieces across an ocean. Rescue teams searched it carefully. Inside, they found bodies. Not machines, not illusions, living beings. Human commanders understood something important. These are not scouts, one general said. These are soldiers. A human admiral made the call. All fleets, pursue. Do not allow regrouping. Human history had taught them this lesson clearly. If an enemy retreats without surrender, they are planning something worse. The galaxy watches humanity fight back in the Galactic Union Council chamber. Panic spread. The enforcement fleet was damaged beyond expectations. Screens showed human ships moving with dangerous confidence. They are adapting faster than predicted, a council member said. The Valari observer zoomed in on human tactics. They are not using fixed strategies, they explained. They change methods every engagement. Another council member whispered, that is not normal. No, it was not. Most species followed strict battle doctrines. Humans followed instincts. The second mistake. High Executor Korath made another decision, a fatal one. Authorize limited suppression fire. He ordered. His officers hesitated. Sir. Escalation may. Fire. Korath commanded. Alien ships unleashed energy pulses. Toward Earth's military targets. They avoided cities. They avoided civilians. They followed galactic law. Humans did not see restraint. They saw confirmation. Humanity escalates. Human fleets responded. Instantly. New weapons were deployed. Weapons the Galactic Union had never seen. Electronic warfare units flooded alien systems with noise. False signals blinded sensors. AI-driven drones swarmed alien ships like insects. Alien shields collapsed. Under constant pressure, human commanders spoke calmly. Target. Engines. Disable command. Vessels. Protect civilian orbit. Humans fought like this was not their first war, because it was not. The horror of unrestricted warfare. The Valari observer analyzed the human response. They are not bound by combat limits, they said. No restricted weapons. No honor codes. Korath realized the truth too. Late, galactic law limited warfare to prevent extinction. Humans had never lived under such safety. They had invented limits only after surviving horrors. And when limits failed, they ignored them. A terrifying pattern. Alien analysts detected something worse. Humans were learning Union technology in real time. Each destroyed ship made the next attack more efficient. They are improving mid-battle, an officer reported. Korath felt fear. How is that possible? The answer was simple. Humans treated war like a problem to solve. Civilian protection. A shocking discovery despite the chaos. Something confused the Galactic Union. Human fleets deliberately blocked alien fire aimed at Earth. They sacrificed ships not for victory, but to protect civilians. The Valari observer spoke carefully. They are violent, but not cruel. Korath stared at the display. They are worse, he said. They are controlled. The turning point. A human strike group breached the flagship's outer defenses. Explosions rocked the hull. Korath was forced to confront reality. This enforcement action has failed, he admitted. He opened a channel to the Galactic Union. Emergency status. This species cannot be subdued by standard law. The council chamber erupted. Impossible. They are pre-contact. They should fear us. But the evidence was undeniable. The first human message, for the first time, a human signal broke through. Clear, calm, direct. This is humanity, the message said. You have entered our space without permission. You have attacked our assets. State your intent. The council froze. Humans were demanding answers, not begging, not apologizing. Demanding. Kor Wrath responded, his voice carefully neutral. This is enforcement. Action under Galactic Law. There was a pause. Then the human reply came. We do not recognize your law. The galaxy holds its breath. That sentence changed everything. A species rejecting Galactic Law openly and backing it with force. The Valari observer whispered, this has never happened. Human fleets held position. Weapons ready. Waiting. The humans were not retreating. They were inviting explanation. A desperate attempt at control. Korath tried diplomacy. You have violated interstellar travel regulations. The human response was immediate. You never told us those rules existed. Silence followed. Korath had no answer, because it was true. The council's fear back. In the Union chamber, fear replaced arrogance. If they survive this, one number said, they will challenge everything. Another replied, they already are. The Valari observer looked at the human world. They are not asking to join, they said. They are asking to be respected. Retreat becomes realita. Korath ordered full withdrawal. Remaining ships pulled back. Human fleets did not chase. Watch. Learning. Remembering. Human commanders sent a final message. Do not return uninvited. End of Part 2. Cliffhanger. As the alien fleet vanished into hyperspace, the Galactic Union faced a truth it could no longer ignore. Humanity was not a criminal species. It was a force, and the laws of the galaxy were not made for creatures like them, because humans did not fear the galaxy. Galaxy would soon learn to fear humans. The galaxy was quiet. Not the peaceful kind of quiet, but the kind that comes after disaster. Destroyed ships drifted in space. Damaged stations went dark. Long-trusted systems sent error signals. For the first time in its long history, the Galactic Union was unsure, not because of an enemy empire, but because of one young species. Humanity. After the retreat, High Executor Korath stood alone in the observation chamber of his flagship. The stars outside looked the same as always, cold and distant, but everything had changed. The fleet had survived. Barely. The humans had let them go. That thought disturbed him more than the losses. They could have chased us, he said quietly. The Lari observer stood beside him. Yes, they replied. They chose not to. Korath turned slowly. Why? The observer answered after a pause. Because they wanted us to remember. The Council of Fear back at the Galactic Union Council chamber. Emergency lights glowed across the massive hall. Representatives argued openly now. Our laws failed. No, our execution failed. They should have been contained. They should never have been contacted. The Valari observer raised a calming signal. The problem is not that humans broke the law, they said. The problem is that the law never included them. The chamber went silent. High Executor Korath appeared via hologram. For the first time, he said. Galactic Law met a species that did not grow in safety. He displayed human historical data, world wars, nuclear fear, cold wars, near-extinction events. They learned survival before law, Korath continued. And they survived without our help. Understanding humanity, the Council studied the data more closely. Humans were not peaceful, but they were not evil. They protected their civilians. They avoided unnecessary destruction. They communicated clearly once attacked. One council member spoke carefully. They fight hard, but they stop when the threat stops. The Valori observer nodded. They are dangerous, they said. But they are not reckless. That scared the council even more. Humanity speaks again. New signal arrived, clear, undeniable. Humanity was calling, this time. The council answered. A human representative appeared on the hologram. Not in armor. Not threatening. Calm. Direct. We have reviewed your message, the human said. You claim we broke your law, Korath responded. Yes. The human nodded. Then hear this clearly. The chamber leaned forward. We did not know your law existed. You did not warn us. You arrived with weapons. The human paused, and we survived. A truth the galaxy could not deny. The human continued. Our species does not reject rules. We reject rules that are forced without consent. Silence filled the chamber. We are willing to talk, the human said. But we will not kneel. That single sentence echoed across the galaxy. The law exposed the Valari. Observer spoke to the council privately. Our laws were written by species that reached space peacefully, they said. They never faced extinction alone. The council understood the implication. Galactic Law assumed safety. Humanity was born in danger. Dangerous proposal. The human representative made an offer. Share your law. Explain it. Rewrite it with us. Murmurs erupted. Rewrite Galactic Law? Unthinkable. The human added calmly, or leave us alone. We will continue exploring. And next time, we will be ready. That was not a threat. It was a statement of fact. The Council's choice, the Galactic Union, faced a moment it had avoided for ages. Adapt. Or break. High Executor. Korath bowed his head slightly. For the first time, he said, Galactic Law will be reviewed. The chamber froze. History had been made. Learning from humanity over the following cycles. Humans and alien representatives met. Humans shared their history openly.